Good evening, and welcome back to Galactic Civilizations 2, the Ultimate Edition. On our last episode, we saw Mars welcomed into the Terran Alliance with no weapons but the will and influence alone. We also set a deadline for our own military buildup. Let's get back to it, shall we? Okay, so our deadline was as soon as Xeno factory construction finished, we would start building our military. So we have 5 weeks until then. I believe everything is set for this day, so let's go to the next week. So we now have a substantial net increase to our treasury, which is very good. The economy is doing very well. 74% approval rating with 100% production capacity. I believe almost all of that is due to our 5 trade routes, but you can't really say it's not a bad thing. Okay, soil enhancement is going well. The manufacturing capital, it will be online for when we start our military, so that's good. Now we have the influence resource, which we still have a few levels of mining still to go. We have the economic starbase, which includes Earth, Mars, and 2 trade routes. And we have the influence starbase, which will slowly help the stellar nursery hopefully gain a wedge in this 3-way split. Now, as you can see, I already have the cultural influence +5, and each constructor that comes upon us will be able to update. And I believe, yes, we have max modules of 53. I believe the influence that we have at this time, at least the levels, I think only go one more past this, and then we have others that we can do, but we'll have to research them. But we can do this cultural influence +7. See, already the stellar nursery is going to be helped out by this influence starbase. So already the influence has gone down. It's now 1.5 instead of being, I believe it was 1.6 last time I checked. Oh, that was just the minor. Okay, keep that. Now the stellar nursery just finished, I believe it was the, I'm not sure exactly which one it was. I think maybe it was just the Xeno factory, or was it the lab? But we have the embassy, and then after that I will be going to military. It is not so much a military planet, but still we do need the additional ship building power that this will bring. Okay. Let's just make sure. Ooh, the Dringan Empire is now cool with our relations. Seems like something has gone wrong. The Dringan now are trading with the Dominion Core. So the Dringan Empire is militaristic, and we don't have any military ships, so they don't like that, and they're warmongers, and we aren't, so they don't like that either. And our ethical alignment is down, so really the only thing keeping us from being attacked is that they're too busy with to war with us and our diplomacy skills. The Jizian 2 has a population of almost 500 million, with approval rate of 95 and a spending rate of 20 BC per turn. They're building it is always funny when they pick the most strangest ships to check out, such as the scout ship, which really a scout ship doesn't do much after scouting everything, it just sits there. So it doesn't matter that it has 6 out of 6 hit points and has no destination. It's basically just sitting there, I believe. Oh well. They seem to also think that because we don't have any military, and they do, that that's a negative. Hopefully soon, once I start building military, that will change. Still friendly, even with our militaristic. Our alarming influence. I will be just checking that in 1 second after I see the rest here. Okay. As you can see, the Dominion of Core. Oh! The Dominion of Core actually did take over the water world. I wonder what the influence is on that. I will have the next spy I get, I will be putting into the Dominion of Core so that I can see how good or bad this planet, because if I could get that planet without even trying, just automatically get it, the only problem is that the planet would have a 0 production because I do not have any of the upgrades to planetary adaptation. So that will be a little strange seeing how that goes. But because the Dominion Core is being pushed into, well, it is in the corner, and it's getting pushed further into the corner, like the area. So that's why they say that the influence is just so alarming, and that being that close. Like you can see, there's my homeworld, there's theirs, and it's so much closer to them. Always a good thing. Now then, yes, I did that. So let's actually check out the minor races, see what they're doing. Oh, they have 1,000, so let's see what I can sell them. I think this civilization already has all the things I'm willing to trade. I don't really want to trade any of these. They're fairly good, but it has space weapons, which actually I want. Let's see, it's 103. How much would you be? 286? No, not enough. What about influence? If I give them all my influence, they still wouldn't want it. How about a space miner? No. Oh, that's interesting. I've never actually seen this part before. Very interesting. Okay. I'll have to gain some more money before I start asking, but it's still... soil enhancements. How much would you be willing? Still only the 400. $600. Sounds good for soil enhancement, yes. Oh, you have advanced trade. How much would you want to cancel? 400 for advanced trade. And advanced trade is 281. I will take it. And because they were so good, I will give them stellar cartography for 133. Sounds good. Now, yes, that's the one with the growth, which I don't want to give. How much would you like? No, still don't want that. Okay. Would you be willing? 600? No. Okay. So I gained nothing really because I did spend that 400 for the advanced trade, but I will now change. Actually, I'll wait till the constructor gets built, then I'll change it to a freighter. I now have another 2 spaces open, and I will be, I think, trading with I don't really mind the Dringan not liking us that much. Very soon, once I do get even 1 military ship, I believe the rating will go back to normal. I guess the Dominion of Core. I don't really see why I wouldn't want to. The thing is, though, that the Dominion of Core will be one of the first... Basically, everything that's on the border is the first ones that I'll be taking out if I were to start a war. So I would only want to trade with the ones that are even further out. So I think I'll actually go for the Iconians, and let's go for the Talons. Might as well. So, next turn. Mining +5, make it 14, perfect. And we still have even more modules, so it seems like I'm still going to get even more influence out of this, which is good. On ship. And you now going to be making freighters. Senior factory, 2 more weeks. It built the manufacturing capital. Oh, the Carnoids have an economic capital. Okay. Now the embassy was just built, so I believe the influence will change next week for the Stellar Nursery. Now I'm going to see which planet has the most research and probably put down the technological capital as well. But everything else seems to be going well, no major problems. Let's see, Earth is going well. Mars is still being improved. Rosa has research 10, but it's not, it's just a money, it's not anything to do with research, really. 58. Okay. I don't really have a research planet, which is a little strange. Usually I do. I guess I just totally forgot about it. But that is where the minor civs come in. Once I get a class 15 planet, that could definitely become a research planet. And that would actually help out quite a bit, and I would be putting my technology capital on something like that. Now Hestia has research 15, but it's class 10, and I have basically only the bare minimums of all of the, like, I do have 2 advanced markets, but then I just need that just to take out the spending for the Xeno Lab, the recruiting, and so on. Yeah, I think I'll just wait until the minor civs and take out one of their planets to be able to survive with the technology. Yeah, sounds good. Now, that's going there now. Now, the social, military, and research production, that is just a catch-all module, but it does definitely help, and because Earth and Mars is in the area, it would help those 2 planets, and the trading post would help out the monthly freighter revenue of the 2. So basically I will be going for both of these, but let's go for this one first. Okay. Next week we start military. Now the aliens working in our factories really will be aliens. You get it? Ha! Oh, the wit. Some of these research little blips that they have, some of them I'm going to be waiting to show you, and I hope you find it as funny as I do. And I've played this game a few times, so I've read it over and over again, and I still, sometimes I get a little bit of a kick out of them. But anyway, now, first ones we'll do, space weapons. We do need space weapons to even start having even one semi-good military craft. The thing is, though, is, let's see, no, not that one. Advanced hulls is the only thing that would allow me to get to the medium ships, but then that's 10 weeks. So 15 weeks for Master Trader, 15 weeks for Planetary Invasion. Wow. Well, let's start with space weapons. At least we'll be able to get some weapons onto the small craft, and once space weapons have started, then I'll go to the, oh, where is it? Advanced hulls. Okay. Seven more weeks for the next spy. Okay, that sounds good. So see how the freighter's going. Now everything's being upgraded to the Xeno factories, so that's probably cutting into my... not so much. I'm just thinking... I think I'll keep them on military, even though it takes quite a long time to get some of these, but I would rather have the military being made. Next turn. Yeah, see here now, military, social, and research is +4. It kind of goes from 5 to 4, it kind of goes up and down, but I actually want the freighter revenue this time. And if we see trade, the max value is actually now higher. I believe it was only 20 last time I checked. Freighter launches, perfect. That will also go up here. And we'll be building a 22 weeks. Lovely. Actually, I think, well, 23, 22. Not much difference. Let's just do it. Might as well. Actually, we can actually use the governors and everything making a constructor, make a freighter. Bam. See how easy that is instead of needing to go to every single planet? Space weapons. Oh, that's a lot of words. Space is not a friendly place, it's unfriendly to the extreme. First, if you try to take a stroll around in it, you'll die, which needless to say could be considered rather rude. But even if you manage to wait around in space inside a hollowed out piece of metal, you're bound to run into others, waiting around in their pieces of hollowed out metal trying to kill you. To that end, we have come up with some thoughts on weapons. We come up with 3 basic types of weapons. First, you've got mass drivers. Bullets are mass drivers. We've been using them for a long time. Cannons in space and all that. The second type is missile technology. We know about missiles, explosive charges put on the end of some sort of guided propulsion. Very good stuff. Lastly, there's beam weapons. Beam weapons we have some idea of as well. Shoot streams of energy into an enemy ship and hope it blows up. So our next step is to focus on these 3 areas and start getting some weapons for self-defenses, of course. Now, all 3 of these can be used. Now, for most games, you want to only go down 1 of these. Ooh. Oh yeah, fleet battle type, that's different. Beam weapon, mass driver, and missile weapon theory. The thing is that because these take so much longer, like once you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, these take a lot of weeks to go through. So what mostly happens is you go down 1 and you just really hope that the other civs decide to not get armor that goes with this. And you hope, and you really hope, because if they do, then your weapons stop working as well as they should, and you actually have to start wasting resources researching another level, a different technology of weapon just to start doing damage again. Oh well. Now, advanced hulls. Let's go. And oh, a new design. We now have our first militaries craft. We have the Defender, which is just 1 beam with 8 hit points. The Star Fury, 1 beam with 5 hit points. And the Phoenix, 1 beam with 8 hit points. Now, I wonder what the... Nothing seems to be different between the Phoenix and the Defender, but then on the M2s, which is the more advanced style, I believe the Defender would have more shielding, while the Phoenix would actually have more beams, like a mix between the Star Fury and the Defender, maybe? But, oh well. Next, let's go to Earth. 1 week, let's wait for the freighter just for kicks and giggles. And let's see what maybe some of the other 2 weeks, 21 weeks. Okay. This one should not be built because we only have 2 trade routes, not 3. Let's build a Star Fury. A 5-hit, oh actually, yes, let's go for that one. That would take 0 weeks. Good, I guess. Next turn. Quite a bit done. Oh, get back in there. I want the freighter. And this one will be going to the Balance. The Star Fury will be going, actually, ooh, class 16. I'm going to keep that there just for to keep IV because it is one of the more further away planets I have. And this freighter on Earth will be going to New Iconia. Hopefully that helps out a bit. Still okay, let's see what the next week I should also boost up to where these ones are. Actually, that's 2 ships, I guess. So I'll have to build a couple ships to get up there, but that's fine. Population is still high, economy is still high, research still high, influence, industry. I'm doing well. Now, this planet does have a high approval rating, so maybe that's not why it's going revolting, but the influence is at 1.1, so it is above the threshold for revolts. So this may become an Iconian planet sooner or later. We'll see how that goes. Actually, the Dringan like beam weapons. Good to know. And I have 1000 BC, so I'm actually going to build something. Like fast build, that is. I want, let's see here. Oh, soil. Let's get more advanced markets. This one's almost useless. I don't really plan on having the factories up and going, so oh well. This one though I do. So let's see how much it would take. 200 BC, 216 to upgrade. I would like that very much, yes. Now build ship, I want oh yeah, there's constructors, okay. I'm actually going to constructor, actually, This is going to become one of my major, so might as well buy some defenders for this one. Research going fine, good. Still the nursery, build a constructor for the influence starbase, and I will buy, ooh,